You didn't put this part of you out here.
No,
but I fished you out.
You are just.
That's all right. Tell me, the mysticism and Islam, are they okay or they frown at it?
Within the Muslims or this, when we talk about mysticism, some people frown. Once they hear it, they frown about it. Not because I don't blame them, because I blame those among us who has gone, or some people who have gone under behind shore to practice it in the name of Islam, but they are not. That is where the problem is. But people, other than that, their religion itself, in order to know Islam, everyone who is a Muslim has to go through a mysticism, because he or she needs it to practice well that particular religion of Islam. So mysticism is why some of us or some Muslims frown at it, is because some people have used the name of Islam to abuse it.
We are the biggest, we are the largest, we are the highest, we are the greatest, we are the mightiest African spiritual platform. I'm always Queen. Hadasha call me Empress, Papa B. I call me Makida. I am Labraska, the Sun Goddess. I am the Spear of Destiny. Call me Nabole. Call me all the names. Don't forget, I am Maame Grace Dediakon. It's all about Maame Grace. Edini Yechocha. Call me Revelations. I welcome you to another great episode. It's going to be late. We have Imam MASHUD here, who is going to take us through matters of spiritual pursuit. And when I discuss it, but as usual, we will have a conversation, bond, and then we jump into the topic. Let's welcome him first. Papa, we welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you.
Great. Today is your first time on this biggest platform. So please kindly pay obeisance to my followers and subscribers. Greet them and introduce yourself to us.
It is a great pleasure to be here. My name is Imam MASHUD, civilian Imam for the Ghana Armed Forces. Yes, so it is a great pleasure to be here, and I say hi and big up to all the listeners and cherished viewers, and they should keep on watching here to understand their spiritual life, since we are in the life of spirituality and physical, and we are concentrating on spirituality here. Okay,
Papa, we welcome you once again to the platform. Ebusia, a guest for Ende Enunye. So, you are Imam?
Yes, please.
So you are a Muslim?
Yes, please.
I want to ask one question before we come into your topic.
Okay.
Slave trade is the greatest event ever happened on earth.
Okay.
I know you know about it.
I've heard of it.
Okay. So, you being a Muslim, have you read or gone into the slave trade that happened between Africans and Arabs to know what you are doing?
Okay. I've gone through something of that slave trade within the Africans and the Arabs and all the diaspora. I've seen something of that sort.
Okay, so when you go through that, and the little that you have read,
okay,
and looking at everything the Arabs put Africans through, do you think if there is God, if there is God, they will give it to you as a black man for free?
Actually, in the concept of slave trading, we should take, when we are talking about God, the concept of God, God cannot be given by individual to another individual. So we don't expect that Arabs should give God to another black man. So in that concept, it is just about human beings that were dealing here, perhaps due to their all personal interest here, but not in the aspect or in the realm of God matter here.
So your religion,
yes,
what is the origin, or where is the origin of your religion?
Islam is a religion that is from the beginning of Adam. The origin of it is what? From Adam. All messengers that were created by God came with one. Islam, the word Islam simply means what? Complete submission to the one God. And that was what all the prophets that were sent by God preached about. They should not associate any partners, or they should not say there is another God elsewhere apart from the one who created them. So the origin of my religion, Islam, is from the father of humanity, that is Adam.
Adam.
Yes, please.
So was Adam a black man or a white man?
Actually, that is what that is left for another person to answer. This is a question that I won't be able to answer, whether he was a black or white, because color does not matter here.
Color does not matter
No,
here.
no,
What
no.
about language?
Language doesn't matter. God himself has told us that language and then color and other things on nations were created in order for us to get to know one another. Within you, you marry, you give birth to children, their colors varies.
I'm talking about language here.
Yes,
You've
and I'm
made
talking
us to
about
understand this, the color doesn't matter here.
Yes.
So I'm asking why the Quran is in Arabic language.
No,
Did God choose Arabic language, or God was an Arabian man? That's what I want to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arabic was because the one who was given, who received it was speaking Arabic dialect. Muhammad was the one the revelation gave, and it revealed within the peninsula of Arabian. So
why that?
Why
was it given there?
That was where the messenger was found.
An
Arabian. Yes, he was an Arabian by birth, and that was the geographical area in which he found himself.
If you say he was Arabian by birth, are you saying he's not originally an Arabian?
No, that is because his 4 or his 7 ancestors or from that particular land, they are all Arabians.
So he's an Arabian.
Yes,
that's why Quran is in Arabic.
Okay. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So it is Arabians that brought your religion.
No. No.
The Arabians and blacks, who were first on the land?
This Arabians and then blacks, this I wouldn't be able to say within the century of which Arabians were being in their land or here. But the
not here, I'm not talking about here. Like
who has been in essence.
Yes.
Actually, to say that I won't be able to say Africans were here. But if it is going to be, let's say, you are going to push me to a corner that I will say I would prefer that Africans, we were here before. But I'm just saying on my personal view. No, I'm just trying to say on my view. Yes, Africans or life will begin from Africa due to some traces of incidents or series of events that took place, tracing back to the time. You see that Africa is the one of the age, or lives begin in Africa.
Life begins in Africa. Does God hate us?
No, not
and he didn't find any messenger among us.
Nobody
than those who came to torture us.
Nobody said that there is. Who told you there is no African in the messengers of what? Who were sent to God?
No, because you said it was Muhammad that the message was given to.
All religions has leaders, has those who
name a few religions for me to understand. You said all religions.
Okay.
How many
religions?
So tell me a few.
So, first, let's understand the concept of religion.
Okay.
Religion is just a specific set of what? Beliefs that is what organized and practiced by a group of people or community. So in this concept, when we are talking about Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Confucianism, Zoroastrianism, these are all group of what? Practices of certain people from generations and transferred. That is the concept of religion I'm trying to say.
Do you find all this religion in your Quran?
Many of religions have been mentioned to us in our Quran. Yes.
But it is Muhammad that is the last prophet. Am I correct?
Please. Yes, please.
So all the religions that you just mentioned, which one do you see the prophet as a black man? Can you help us?
Actually, to trace back, I will not say it because we know that we have over more than 124,000 messengers sent. But our Quran has limited. It has mentioned to us that these are the numbers of, but mentions just a few to us in the Quran.
Why did he mention a few?
Because they are numerous to quantify. That's
so
why
how did the category Ben or the choose those he mentioned?
Just those two that we can trace back in our recent times.
And is there any black man in it?
Among them, those we will say within the peninsula of those, we can say they are black because of the origin of where they are.
Well, name the name. Mention the name. Let me check from the Quran.
Let's talk about those prophets who were within the peninsula of Egypt.
Right now, we are talking about Quran because you and I know that it is the last book. Am I correct? and that is where the last prophet came from.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, it has mentioned a few prophets out of a lot. So the few prophets that it mentioned, I want to know if there's any African in it.
And I'm saying that this to just mention within the people of, let's say, from Morocco, their color varies like Arabs, but they are Africans within what our continent. Egypt, they are what? Africans.
So do you find their name in it?
And we have all these places. They are. Egypt is one of the Asian country that is what in Africa, and we have messengers that have ruled there, and automatically means they are what? Africans.
They have their name in the Quran.
They have their names in Jacob, Isaac, and all their names are in there, and they rule Egypt. Joseph and Co who move, and their names are all in the what? The Quran. And they were what? They rule Egypt. Once you rule Egypt, means you are what? A native from that particular
That's
land.
what I'm asking.
Yes, please.
So it's Islamic religion.
Yes, please.
Is good for Africans. How good has it has it impacted Africans?
Actually, we will not say okay. Actually, religion, that's why I'm saying that it depends upon how.
No, let's center it around Islamic
religion.
Yes.
You want to be it to Islam.
Yeah, because that's where you belong. I don't want to throw you to where you are not.
No. It is okay. It is okay. So Islam, I will say it is okay for what? Africans. If you say Africans, right? Yes, it's good for Africans.
What are the evidences? The proofs we can see
Dubai.
We can see Dubai and say that it's good for them. So give us evidences.
I don't know what you see in Dubai and say it's good for them.
The desert. Have you seen what they have turned Dubai into? I don't know your age.
That is an individual thing. You are talking about religion, Islam. What it is good to us.
Arabs.
So don't mix Arab with Islam.
Arabs and Ghanaians, you and I. Why when they practice Islamic religion? Be honest.
I'm telling you, Africans practice. Africans, blacks practice Islam more than even some of the Arabs.
So where are our benefit? Your benefit as an African? Tell
benefit. Me. You don't practice and then you get a benefit. That's what I'm telling you. If it is Islam or you are talking about a religion or Islam,
because you belong to Islam.
Yes. And I'm telling you, Islam. You don't worship or practice Islam that you get when I pray, I get money. When I pray, I get this. That is not the essence of Islam. I tell you, the essence of Islam is saying the total submission to the Lord.
So here, there is nothing, no benefit.
No, it is. I didn't say there's no benefit. Even over there, that is not the benefit of Islam that they are getting it. It is not Islam that they are getting that. If you are coming back to the desert land, they have natural resources, which we have natural resources here. They are exploring out of their natural resources of oil and other natural resources or reserves that they have given to them. Their individuals are able to transfer their natural resources into what you are seeing. Whilst we also have ours, but we are not able to. Why? That is the question left to you and I to answer. No, that is why I'm saying this is an individual, because we also have resources of gold, timber, and other
so why can't we develop here?
That is what is that is left with us. It is our level of mentality we can do. Those of us within Africa, you travel around the African countries. Some of us are doing very well because they have been able to put that particular resources together, but others are not, or we are not willing to. But this is an individual or one-on-one, but not Islam. It is not about Islam here. When you come back to look at, what do you call it? Nigeria is one of the largest market, giant market when you look in Africa system, which has a lot of things that they can put together and explore, but yet we are not able to do that. It is not the matter of Muslim or Christian. That is an individual thing. It is high time that we get to know that, just like Islam is talking about, we have to believe in ourselves that we can do this, or we want to transform ourselves. And if you come back to Islam, God is telling you that Inna Allah la yughayyiru Allah ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru bima anfusikum. God is never going to come down to change you as an individual or me or as a nation until you make an effort to change. Then he guides or he helps you or make it easier for you to transform from that.
So he's not coming to change.
No.
We have to put in an effort.
You have to just make sure that
and
you
try to. He will come and put me in hell.
No. God didn't say he's coming to put you in hell. You are taking me to, you are taking us to another level of discussion. No.
We are doing randoms. I need to bond with you.
Yes. He didn't say that he's coming to put you in. He said he's coming to put you in. No, not just like that. I can't just say I'm coming to, you are under arrest. For what? You have a question. For what? Why are you under arrest? Why am I under arrest? You have to let me know, define that you are under arrest due to this and that and that. You are going to hellfire for what you have done to your sister. You have murdered your sister. You want to go scot-free. You have murdered your husband. You have murdered your daughter. You don't want pregnancy. Why should you go and then have sex? Knowing that the consequence is what? Pregnancy. Then you go and abort the innocent daughter and you want to go free.
That is what will put you in hell.
That is just something of that. I'm sorry. So I say he didn't say he will put you in hell until there is a reason to you go into that or you deserve that punishment. He has given us free will. I don't have to tell you that I am your mother, or you are my son, or you are my mother, because everything has testified that you feed me, you clothe me, you shelter me, and everything. Yet for you to tell me that don't you know I'm your mother, it doesn't make sense. But you give me the free choice. That is what God said. Inna khalaqna al-insana min nutfatin amsajan nabtali faja'alnahu sami'an basira. I have created. Inna khalaqna, it is me, and nobody has ever done this. Nobody has ever done this. Or no one has ever claimed that he is the one who has what? Created mankind. Nobody has ever claimed that. But he said, we have created you. Inna khalaqna al-insan min nutfatin. Isn't it as we created you? And he's telling you how the origination of you and I from a fruit. That is coming, that a fruit that you will not like to hold in your hand, that comes between man and woman. From that particular process, we have led you to go through a series of levels of certain things that you cannot comprehend. But all these things that you cannot understand to perceive that he is God or he is your mother, then he said that we will give you a Sami and Basira. We give you listening and ears. So this is a different thing. Ear is different from what? Listening. We see some people who have the ears on them, but unless you have to tap them before, he's telling you that it is our duty. The ear is there, but the listening has been left. The eyes are there. We give you sight. Eyes is different from sight. We give you the eyes. It is our duty to follow it with sight, or we take the sight. The eyes are there here, and then you can know what you can see. So respect people who use glasses to watch on you. They pay to see you, because some people have to go through glasses in order to see transparency. You don't go through this. God said that he is the one who can claim this.
Who can claim this? On this paper, your name is IMAM MASHUD, if I'm correct.
Yes, please.
But I am asking you my personal question.
That is fine.
Are you a mistake?
I am.
You are a mystic?
Yes, please.
Mysticism and Islam, are they friends?
They go hand in hand.
Are you sure? How?
You see, this is you need to understand this mysticism in order to practice or Islam well.
I know. I want to know whether they frown at it. You didn't.
Yes.
You didn't put this part of you out here.
No,
but
you
out.
You are just.
That's all right. Tell me, the mysticism and Islam, are they okay, or they frown at it?
It is fine. I get where you are saying. Let me tell you, it is fine within the Muslims or this. When we talk about mysticism, some people frown. Once they hear it, they frown about it. Not because I don't blame them, because I blame those among us who has gone, or some people who have gone under behind shield to practice it in the name of Islam, but they are not. That is where the problem is. But people, other than that, their religion itself, in order to know Islam, everyone who is a Muslim has to go through a mysticism, because he or she needs it to practice well that particular religion of Islam. So mysticism is why some of us or some Muslims frown at it, is because some people have used the name of Islam to abuse it. To abuse mysticism. Or they go inside mysticism.
Example, give me a few examples. Like somebody would say, I'm a Muslim, I'm a mystic, and he's doing this.
You see that we see most time. That's very well. There is a name they call Malam. We don't have something of Malam. It is named that Mu'allim. When we say Mu'allim, a teacher, someone who teaches, then they take it that as a Malam. So someone who teaches, and you say the Malam. So now you go around somewhere they call Malam, you don't even want to respond, because the name we have tagged Malam. Every Malam is a Boka. That is what we see. Who believe in this kind of fraud people as of late? I will double this, and then they put themselves with certain things too much. At the end of the day, holding either Tasbih or Quran or wearing 3 people. We think anyone who dressed like this is a Muslim. No, I can't make that coincidence. I can just take my tie, my shirt. I worship in the church, at my workplace, in the bank. We move together. How will you know that this is a Muslim or is a Christian? Based on my appearance. I can just come here in the name of what? To damage somebody.
That is one.
So that is one of it. So people goes and there are those who abuse it. And another place of it, the mysticism, the another thing is because some of them, or there are certain things, when you get deep into it, there are certain things that you say or you do that is beyond human understanding. So they classify that what you are doing or what the person is engaging in is what? It's not there because he cannot or she cannot perceive what you are doing.
One thing that you can do that will be beyond their mind, that they will think that, oh...
For instance, if I get hold of your palm like this, then I read in your palm that there is one or two things like this, they will say that this is forbidden, but they will say that it is not okay. But it is okay that you put your palm on a machine like this, and it reads that there is this thing wrong with your system. That one, they have no problem with that.
So how do we make them to understand this?
Until then, before you can make people understand this, it's just like what you are doing. You ask, you don't judge someone when you don't know something like that. Get through them, let them take you through that if you want to really learn. So if you don't have knowledge on something, you don't comment on that thing.
You don't have knowledge about something, you don't... I'm asking this for your own people.
That's
because
fine.
You see,
That's
when
fine.
you came, I am not saying you were not okay to be open up that I'm a mystic, but I fished you out anyway. I fished you out. But I'm asking, you see, these things, I know how it can help mankind.
That's fine, that's fine.
But how people frown at, it's not only you. When we go to Christianity, we have that same
that's
kind
fine.
of...
I understand it.
So
understand.
that's why I'm asking it. So
fine.
don't get, we are talking about methods of spiritual pursuit. That's the main reason why I ask you that. I expose you so you are able to know yourself. So that's why I asked this question about Islam, because I don't want you to be your worship, your people who say this or that. That's why I'm asking you to know where you are sitting. Okay. But since you are clear, the land is, or the road is clear, let's proceed. Methods of spiritual pursuit. What is spirituality?
Like I said, in general, spirituality is just about the recognition of one's senses and belief that makes the person happy, or a purpose, give the person a purpose. That is what about spirituality is.
That's spirituality. So when you say methods of spiritual pursuit, what do you mean? That's your topic. Take us through.
What I'm trying to say is, spirituality, like I said, each and every one by nature is spiritually. So spirituality have to do with what? Connection with the Supreme Being. Getting to know that there is supernature or someone better than yourself, and trying to link up to that particular being. That is what we mean about spiritual. So the process of trying to link up to that or to connect to that is, you need steps or method or process to get to that particular place. That is what we are talking about here. So you need to know all these things. And before one will get to know, religion is aside when we talk about spirituality. Spirituality is about just an individual. So, and you will have to think about three concepts. Even when you come to religion, they also need that particular three concepts in spiritual pursuit. No one will ever have spiritual connection without the first concept of belief. Because spirituality, of the entire spirituality based within belief. You have to believe. There should be belief in what you are doing, or what you are doing or going about. That is the first concept of spirituality. Every religion or every individual must believe in what he is doing. That is the first concept of spirituality, belief. The second one that you need to do is submission. You must be submitted to what you believe in. That is the second point, or the second concept. And then the third concept is about purification or purifying what you submit or believe in. Then you will be consistent in that particular thing, purifying it or making it in order to get to it peak.
Religion is about beliefs. Is spirituality also about beliefs?
Exactly. That's what when you come. So spirituality, that was what the beginner said. That spirituality is there before religion. Spirituality is there. So that's why I say it is just an individual. But when you are talking about religion, so now when you are talking about religion, my belief, your belief, his belief, and their belief, we are all under one umbrella. That is why we now put it together. What you believe in is what I believe in. What he believes in, that is why we now get religion out of that. But when we are talking about spirituality, that is an individual.
Because I know I'm a spirit being.
Yes,
I don't believe I'm a spirit being.
You know, but
yes.
you don't believe.
No, what I'm saying is that I know I'm a spirit being and you know this. It's not about beliefs.
No.
So that's why I'm asking that religion is about belief.
You know that you are a spiritual being.
Yes.
But do you believe that you are a spiritual being?
I know.
You know.
If I know something,
you must believe.
Do I have to believe?
Yeah, that is it.
What's the meaning of belief?
That is another point.
Yes.
Belief, these are certain things that you cannot say, but you are convinced. Once you are convinced in what you know, that is belief. You mean it has made. So let me take us. There are certain things. There are certain 3 questions that you need to answer. That you have to come all these things. When we're talking about the belief or religion, first question one have to ask: why should I be spiritual? Or what are the basic or primarily real questions that I am not able to answer, find solutions to that questions that I need a supreme being to solve or to answer that questions for me. That is where spirituality is talking about. I get it. You have a problem. You are not able to do it, or you cannot do it, and you need somebody else who is better than you to do that particular thing. What are those things? And is that thing able to do what your problem is? Is it able to give you that solution? That is what wanting to understand spirituality, because that is all about. You are afraid. What about spirituality? Either you are afraid of something bad happening, or you are having expectation to have something, but you cannot save yourself from that particular fear or that particular goodness you are anticipating. These are certain things that you are bothering you. That are your basic real problems that you cannot find solutions to. Then you need to go and see something better than you that can give you the solutions. That is one question. You should ask that yourself your question this. Then when you ask question, this is where religion comes in. Then you ask yourself, why do I need religion? That means if the answer is affirmative that you need religion, what religion? So means you have chosen that yes, why you ask is a question, why do I need religion? If you get religion, means the questions that you are, what means that particular religion you chose has solutions to that particular problems or things that you are not able to solve. Then the third question follows that. What are the codes or conducts that has been spelled out by that religion you have chosen for yourself? That is where you have to follow. That is, so means, I told you about these 3 concepts. Once you choose religion, remember that you have to believe in that religion. And when you believe in that religion, you come back to the next concept that you have to submit to that particular religion code and conduct that is spelled out.
So that's what I'm asking. Religion doesn't solve all problems, does it?
Religion, that is left based on individual. Because I will say, my religion have solved all. That's the question I ask. All questions that bothers me as an individual, my religion has solutions to those.
Are questions same as problems?
That is it.
Questions are same as problems.
No, my questions are things that are bothering you. But problems are also different thing altogether.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
that
they are different altogether. A problem is a different thing. A question, you are just asking to know something.
Can
but
someone practice spirituality without a religion?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. That what's the difference between religion is about beliefs and spirituality is also about beliefs. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
Okay. So methods of spiritual pursuit. Yeah. What are the methods?
Yes. So that's that was why I mentioned the methods that I told you that these are the 3 concepts you have to bring. So if you now take one concept, it has 8 methods that you go through it. So the first one of the beliefs. Let's take the belief for instance. When you take and then it's a vast area of what we are talking about. So you are I'm limiting myself to Islam like you said. So in the first of all, when you say belief, one day it happens that like our beloved Master Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is the origin of this religion, peace and benedictions be upon him, was seated with his followers. Then the angel Gabriel appeared before him in a form of human being, come to sit in their midst, and then say, like you are interrogating me, that he has questions to ask the messenger. And he said, okay, you are free to do that. Then he asked 3 questions. The first question he asked him was, he asked him, Man al-Iman. What is what? Al-Iman means faith. What is faith? Then he answered him. Then he, the one who asked the question, said, correct. Look at this, please. You are asking a question to know, and I've answered you, and you are saying correct. Means you already have the in-depth knowledge of that particular thing. That is one. So he moved to the second question and asked him, Man al-Islam. What is Islam? Then he answered again. He said correct. Then he asked, Man al-Ihsan. What is Ihsan? Ihsan means purification. Like we said, purification. Then he answered. Then he said correct. Then after Jibril left the scene, then the messenger asked his companion, do you know that gentleman? They said, no, you know better. He said that is what, that was Gabriel or Jibril. He came to teach you people your religion. He came to teach you your religion. And then here, with the concept I mentioned, that this is what he asks, means your religion or your spirituality cannot be connected with this particular treatise. So he was asking them to know that they have the what? The basic foundation of their spirituality. And the first one he was asking them is their belief. Now when you come into the belief of Islam, it has been broken down into 2 again. Belief, from now, as we are seated, is anyone want to be ushered into Islam or to accept Islam as a way of life or religion, the person has to what? Take what? Testify something that we call what? That belief. That is what we are just proclaiming, that there is no deity worth of worship except one God. And then Muhammad is the last of messenger. That is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That is the first concept of what? Belief. The person, by declaring this, makes the person a Muslim. Then that particular belief, the other aspect of it, in the Quran we are told, Ya you allazina amanu, aminu. Oh, you who believe. Now what is the first belief that you have already taken from the second belief? After accepting Islam by just proclaiming that there's no God, that is belief. That makes you what? A complete Muslim at that moment. And they are now telling you during that belief, now you are called a believer. That's why he said, Ya you allazina amanu. You are now a believer. And they said, Aminu, belief. Now this particular belief here is now talking about your essential of what? Purifying what you have what? Belief in now. Now building upon it. Uplifting that particular life. So when you get that one, that is moving you to what? Al-Islam. Purifying it, that move you to Al-Islam. By now coming what? And they now ask, what is Islam? And we said that Islam is built on what? 5 pillars. Bunya al-Islam al-Hams. That the pillars of Islam is built on 5 concepts. That is by testifying that there's no God but what? God, one God, and then praying. So through observing these particular rituals is now what? Uplifting you from one level to the other. You have to not go to any other person to meet your God to talk to him. You stand here, just like I just observed my prayers before coming here. That is what? By observing your 5 prayers, that is shows your what? Your integrity. You don't see your Lord, they don't chase you, but you have the connection to stand here and speak to him directly without anyone intervening. That is the other level of what? Spirituality method. So believing, and the believing divided into 2, then you come into Islam, and the Islam is what? Completely submission to the will of God. And that submission in that method, you have 5 concepts under it that you need to follow. That will make you what? A practicing what? Muslim. And that is going to be boosting your piety. It is not easy because by telling us that when you become a Muslim, you need to pray 5 times a day. That is a lot of exercise or a lot of work for one. And then you need to be paying zakat annually out of your what? Your money. You have to perform Hajj if you are eligible. You have to fast. You have all these things. Once you are able to do it, for whose sake? For the one you will believe and submitted that. That is who the reason why. And then he said that then he's lifting you. You get some kind of feeling. We talk about spirituality is about what? Feeling. You get some feeling in doing that particular thing. So once you get to a particular level of it, it moves you to another level. You have some essence of it in feeling that this is okay, this is okay. But once you are not getting into that, you are not getting that connection of what? Feelings or purpose in it. It is not what spiritual.
It is not spiritual. You are watching the biggest and the largest. You are in Ghana, you are Ghanaian.
Yes, please.
You see spirituality and spiritual matters all over the internet. How people now, some of our young ones are going mad and all that. You are here. You are talking about spiritual pursuit. Looking at what you see out there, tell me 5 things that bothers you a lot. And 5 things that if you should be given the opportunity, you will change it when it comes to spirituality in Ghana.
Oh, actually, what I see a lot is that, especially we the youth, because I'm part of the youth as well, we want everything to be done on silver platter. That is we don't just want to follow like the pursuit of the method. We don't want to follow things systematically. We want to just get up, then use this one leg to be here and the other one should be there. It's not going to be possible. They gave birth to you, pass through a series of process before birth, and then you through that. So it tells you that there is nothing you can just wake up and do like that. So that is one of the problems that is worrying we the youth today, and that is the consequences that we are facing as youth. But that's why you hear today, what a shock, gone so soon, 25, 30. The maximum, the one who goes so, who is 40. And we say that somehow that one is manageable. These are the reasons that particular things occur. Because you want to pass, you want to overtake. And overtaken is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So that is where one of the particular problems that we are facing challenges today.
I asked for 5.
Then I think, okay, the second one is also that our connection to one another. I see you and look, and you don't need to know that I am so and so before respecting me. That is one thing that has killed, or that is killing, or that is a problem of you. Because I wear nice than, or I see myself superior than you. But in the spiritual realm, you are spiritual than me. So the least mistake, I may not say anything, but the spiritual realm will haunt you. That is another thing you shouldn't look down for another person. So that is another problem that we have within our system. Second, another third, actually, we are supposed to mind our ways. But of late, we don't mind, we don't calculate. Anything that comes goes. When he opens his mouth, whatever comes, oh, it's fine, it can go. Masa, it is not everyone they say everything to. Yes, you mind your ways when you are talking to some people. You mind your ways when you are in the midst. You mind your ways when you are in the midst of others.
That is 3.
So then a fourth, actually one of it is also our intake, what we take into the system. This is just the projection of the excess living, the excess life of us. This is not ours. This is just the projection of the essential being of you. So what you take in, because the projection of the body you see that it is okay. It is okay for you, but the inside one is not okay with it. But you don't care. You take in that particular thing. It's a problem to us.
It's a problem to us. And then last one, I asked for 5.
Okay, 5 is about our ambitions. Yes, the ambitions we have. We have bad ambitions than good ambitions of late. Why do I say bad ambitions? Because you wish for your brother or your sister what you will not wish for yourself. That is bad ambition.
Exactly.
We are told by our messenger that there are 2 things that are good over all good. As in a tiny, that there are 2 things that are good exceeding any other 2 things. And there are 2 things that are evil than any other evil. And one of them, he said that having bad perception about your creator and having bad perception of your fellow creations. That is what? Bad thing. And then good, that exceeds all good, is having good perception of your your creator, and having good perception of your fellow human beings. These are 5 good things that we think in spirituality that helps us or have problem with us.
So right now, let's assume people are watching us.
Okay.
In 5 minutes, this topic that you came to treat, put them together for people to understand how they should take their time when they are pursuing spirituality. And when you are done, advise, especially the youth, you said you are among them, advise them what they should run away from when they hear spirituality.
Like we said, first of all, the youth has to get to know that spirituality doesn't mean that you should get smaller goals or anything. You are the spirituality. Your connection to your superior is the spirituality. You don't need to go and sit before someone to do this and other things and pleasant things. That is not what we are talking about spirituality. When we want to talk about that one, it is another level that we can discuss another time. Maybe where before you can go to someone for him to intercede on your behalf. It's also a different thing altogether. But the youth should know that when we are talking about spirituality, it is about them. It's not about going to this person, no, that is not the case of spirituality. Spirituality is about you sitting down, having connection, be it meditating, be it calling, whispering to your creator. That is about your connection to your superior being is what you want. That makes you, that is what you are talking about, spirituality. So the essence of spirituality is, and you should be consistent in doing that particular thing. That brings you closer and lets you see the impact of what you are doing. Let's see the way we are dedicated to this, our work. You consistently do it. That is why you see improvement. You cannot just do today and go back and sleep and want it.
And you want
need
salary.
to be very well. You see how before we get our wives or you need to go and chase the girl. You talk on phone a lot. Consistency. That is what in spirituality. You don't just have to talk to your spirit being today and want everything to perform like miracle. No. You need to be consistent, telling him or the spirit being that you have nowhere to go except that until your problem is solved. You are not stopping that. That is the connection of that particular thing, consistency. So there should be what we should know what when we are talking about spiritually, you believe in, and then you consistently do it by yourself. By yourself. I don't say you should go. This is by yourself, and then you should be consistent, and then you should beautify what you are doing. Make sure that it doesn't mean you say that you are spiritual, you get to the place you yourself, it is, if they ask you, it is not hygienic where you are sitting, and you call it what spiritual. Why do you want your superior to be there when it is not comfortable for you to be there? So it is, you should make sure that you beautify what you are doing so that anyone, you don't even need to tell anybody that this is it. So spirituality talk about these particular things. I will tell that all what I'm talking about here is what steps to be believe in it consistently and make it beautiful. Then you get the
and
results.
make it beautiful. Any social media handles
such as IMAM MASHUD on TikTok, Facebook, and then Facebook and then TikTok. Yes, but other YouTube, I don't have my personal YouTube channel, but I go on recordings and others also use my.
So your TikTok and your Facebook.
IMAM MASHUD, yes, that is what IMAMMASHUD.com. That is it.
Okay,
yes,
so
and if you go on Facebook, it's just Fushane MASHUD or Imam MASHUD as well again.
Okay, so follow him and ask him questions. Yes. Ask him mistake questions. I have not the Islam na Franchi. Mysticism no as I so munko follow ni page no na mumbisa no questions akese like he said, when you are practicing spirituality, take your time. It's not by force. We love you. Why? Take your time. Papa, thank you so much for coming. We do appreciate you. Are there any people you want to send love to?
Or to my father and mother. My
Do
father
so.
and mother down in the north. My teachers, those who are late.
Your father and mother's name.
No, it's not important. It's not important. It's not important. For security reasons. For security reasons,
no
yes. So my father and mother, and then my teachers, those who are still alive and those who are late, and then friends. My wife is also there, actually, and all your cherished viewers as well too. And then the Muslim community and all humanity, yes, at large.
Thank you so much for coming. We do appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. Ebusia, follow no nebisa no questions. Why? I thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for your love. Shalom. Peace.